Placements are pages or events where you want to change or update the data layer. In this example, I've got one placement, the home page. On the home page, I have a simple data layer which has page object, and within the page object I have two variables, environment and type. But if I want to add a new placement, I can just go back to the placement screen, hit new, and we're going to create one for a product page. So first of all, I'm going to select the trigger on what on the page type I want this to be present on, which is the page, product page, and I'm going to call it product page as well. You can add some comments for the developers if you want. You can give yourself a test URL. Again, this is if you want to run an automatic scan, but I'm going to leave that for the moment. And then finally, in the default tab, here's where you can add variables to the page. Now, there are a whole set of predefined variables here. So let's pretend that on my product page, well, I want the page object. So you can see that adds it to the data layer. And within the page object, I also want a page type. And the page type, you can see right now, is outside of the page object. But I want it inside, so I can just change the parent here to page. That puts it inside the page object. And I want this to be product. And the reason I want that is so that whenever I pick it up in my tag management system, I can tell what page type this is by looking at this value here. So on all product pages, I want this to be a required value, and I also want it to be static, concrete, in that it won't change. It must always be product on product pages. Once you've done that, hit save, and you've created a new placement. When you go back to the documentation tab, you'll see that your product page placement has appeared.